How much do ferrets really cost? This is probably the most detailed cost breakdown you're gonna find on the internet right now. To be honest, after doing all these calculations, even I was a little bit surprised by how much these little guys can rack up a credit card bill. Hey guys, it's Haley from Modern Ferret, and today I'm gonna go over every single cost associated with ferrets that I could think of. And in addition to sharing my own personal numbers, I asked my global community of over 1 million ferret enthusiasts to share their personal expenses too, including initial upfront costs, monthly costs, regular vet visits, surprise vet bills, the cost of common illnesses, and end-of-life considerations to give you guys the best information possible. Let's get started. First up, I'll cover probably the most common question I get related to money needed to own a ferret. How much does the actual ferret cost? Well, as prices continue to rise in just about every industry, ferrets are no different. However, cost does vary according to where you get them. The cheapest ferret you can find is a free one that came from a previous owner looking to provide a better home for their pet. That's actually how I got One-Eye Eli here. The next option would be to adopt a ferret from a shelter. Based on the feedback I got from you guys, this currently ranges anywhere from $45 to $100. You can also often get bonded pairs this way. After that, you'd be looking at buying a ferret from a traditional pet store. The last time I went to Petco, ferrets were selling for around $300 a piece, which is crazy because only a few years back they were selling for half that price. These ferrets will likely come from a large breeding mill. Then you've got privately bred ferrets, and these can range from $450 for a standard ferret to $475 for a hybrid European polecat ferret mix, all the way up to $600 for a full Angora ferret. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what the heck are hybrids and Angoras? Which is a valid question, but something I'd rather cover more in depth in another video. And when I do, I will make sure to link that one in the description below. So, how much do ferrets cost? Currently, anywhere from $45 to $600, depending on where you get them and what you want. Cages can range in price anywhere from free for an old used one, all the way up to thousands for something large or extravagant. The current cage I recommend is called the Ferret Nation by Midwest Pet, and it's around $300 new right now, but always make sure to check for flash sales. Other cages like the Katie cage are around $160 right now, and the Preview cage is around $200. I have a really in-depth video reviewing each of these cages at length that I recommend you check out. It's in the description below. I will say though, you get what you pay for, and in my opinion, the higher priced cages really are worth the extra spend. Also, keep in mind that many people, like me, free roam their ferret in several rooms of the house, and therefore the cage is just more of a night shelter and a place to store food, water, and a litter box. There's a few essential items you need in order to provide adequate enrichment for your ferret. Tubes are their #1 favorite item. Ask any ferret owner you know. They run about $10 a piece, and I recommend getting probably at least 3. You can also invest in PVC or a garden drainage pipe for about $30 if you have room for them like I do. Stashable plush toys can be $1 to $20 each, and you'll want several of those. Inside the cage, you'll want a couple hammocks, which are about $15 a piece, a bed, which is around $15 to $30, and a blanket, which can be as cheap as like $5. A leash and harness are typically $15 to $20 for the set. The litter box I recommend is around $20 plus potty pads at $37 for 100. You can also use litter pellets for about $15 for 18 pounds. Here's some numbers and feedback from the community to take a look at as well. Just like the ferrets themselves, there's quite a range when it comes to the cost of ferret food. For traditional kibble, I've seen prices as low as $18 for 4 pounds. What I currently feed is about $26 for 4 pounds. Many people that provided feedback when I asked about food had multiple ferrets, so make sure to keep that in mind when looking at their numbers. There's also the option of freeze-dried raw, which is about $26 for half a pound. Although it's important to remember freeze-dried food is much lighter per serving because the water contents has been removed. People often feed this in addition to kibble or a raw prey meat diet. There are quite a few people in the ferret community that have opted to feed their ferrets a raw prey diet. This can be more expensive if you source it from a company, or you can opt to get the materials yourself and do it by hand. It takes a bit of time, but has a lot of long-term health benefits, which can lead to savings in the long run. When I had 3 ferrets before Eli, I transitioned them all to raw. That meant regular visits to the local butcher and hacking up around $40 worth of cow tongues and animal organs into a meat grind I'd freeze once a month. I recently found 2 pounds of butchered rabbit meat to use that contain meat, bone, and organs for sale online for around $8 per pound. If you feed your ferret raw prey meat as their primary diet, would you mind commenting, letting your community members know how much you typically spend per month per ferret on food? Are there any companies that you would recommend? I had one community member say that to feed raw, it costs her about $1 per ferret per day. Do you agree with that? Let me know in the comments. As far as treats go, I like to give the occasional bit of salmon oil, which currently costs about $15 per 8-ounce bottle. And the one that I like is linked in the description below. There are great ferret gates you can buy to block off entire rooms. There's 2 specific ones I use linked below. This one is $135 and this one is currently $45. Eli hasn't been able to climb or get through either one in almost a year, I think, which is a testament to how awesome they are. There are 4 basic ferret first aid items I recommend getting. That includes carnivore care for emergency nutrition and flavorless Pedialyte for emergency hydration. Together, those are about $20. A carrier to take your ferret to the vet is definitely necessary, and they range from about $35 to $50. The book Ferrets for Dummies is $15 right now, and that provides a lot of great concise health information in one place. A random item I'd also put on this buy list would be ferret nail clippers, and those are around $10. In the next section, we're gonna add all this up to give you some exact numbers on the total upfront cost to bring a ferret home so that you can start saving for it. But before I do, if you're new to my channel, my name is Haley, and I post entertaining and educational videos about ferrets. So if you're new to my channel, now is the perfect time to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Now that we've gone over all the initial upfront costs, let's tally up what it would hypothetically cost to buy a ferret and all the items required to keep them safe, happy, and healthy. As an average, I'll say the ferret him or herself was around $300. Let's say you opted to go for a good solid cage for another $300. You furnished it with 2 hammocks, or $30 together, 1 bed for another $30, and you got a discounted blanket for around $5. You grabbed 3 litter boxes totaling $60 altogether and a box of potty pads for $37, a leash and a harness for $20, and 5 plushie toys on sale for $25 total. You grabbed him some dry food for another $26 and then some treats for another $15. You grabbed the basic ferret first aid items I mentioned earlier for another $100. Then, to outfit your home properly, you bought the 2 ferret gates I recommend for around $180. Lastly, you took your new ferret to the vet for his first ever appointment at $44, which is what my vet currently charges. This would put your initial upfront cost for a ferret at a grand total of $1,172. Not exactly a cheap pet or a good choice for an impulse buy. And let me know if this number surprised you. And if you're a current ferret owner, how does it stack up to what you spent? Here's what some people in the ferret community have to say about their initial costs. Now let's do some basic math based on the price of the repeatable regular items like food, treats, litter, and toys in order to figure out how much it would cost to keep a single ferret each month after that initial upfront cost. For me, it takes about 2 months to go through a single bag of kibble for Eli, which makes it about $13 per month. For the salmon oil, it's about the same, so $7 per month. Potty pads take me about 3 months to get through that one box of 100, so let's say $12 a month for that. I like to grab Eli the occasional toy or cage accessory, so maybe let's add another $10 more. After all the upfront costs are covered, it looks like having Eli cost me about $42 per month. I ended up breaking this video into 2 parts because there are so many important costs to keep in mind when deciding whether or not to get a ferret. Check out part 2, linked below, where I cover annual ferret vet costs and the surprising costs associated with common illnesses and emergencies you need to know about before you get a ferret. At the end of that video, I tally every single thing up and provide the big grand total for what it looks like to afford a ferret for their entire lifespan. Thank you so much for watching part 1 of this video series, and if this was weaselly the best thing you've seen all day, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye guys! You want more treats? Okay, sorry. I won't take that away from you. Bonk.